I am so sorry. I did not realize that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I did not realize that my mic wasn't doing mic things. So yeah. Hmm. Interesting. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do this. I'm doing this again. And yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Why are you? Oh, that's why. There we go. Why are you? Oh, okay. So if you do the one, it cancels out the other one, which is kind of annoying because. All right. Yeah, sorry. Updated some stuff and stuff decided not to work, which is why Mike hasn't been working. Um, Railroad was probably more boring than usual because, well, we were waiting for stuff. We were waiting for research because I was fairly certain that that was the end of the thing. That honestly isn't too bad. Shame I don't play Japan, or at least not that often. Probably would be a good idea though. All right. Well, that was idiotic. Watch and learn. Hopefully, we get some good American teams tonight. All right. Mm. You know. Keep moving forward. We have Yemens over here. Let's get some Yemen. Oh, come on. That was a dumb plan. Still alive. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Jeez. Yeah, we got a pretty aggressive team. I think this would be a good match. Man. How did all of you... They must have been behind the tank. Okay. Let's deploy you. Come here, Tonk.
We need artillery support.
Alright. I want to climb. I hate the jittering in the vehicles. I hope they fix that. Got teammates in the gorge. Crap, reload. Good work, teammates. Let's just allow our stuff to get killed. Go to hell, dude. Hi, you. Uh-huh. Let's meet their tank with a tank. Let's not actually. Yeah. Gonna deploy another one of these.
Calling in artillery.
Roger that. Fire!
Hmm. Grab the bar. Hi. Let's give these tanks hell. Alright, back to the bar. Oh good, they didn't kill my Amtrak. Let's actually grab it and move it up. Since we still have the squad. As long as we still have the driver, we can move the damn thing. Speaking of, where is the Amtrak? It's up this way, right? Yeah. And we just lost the flippin' driver. What? Let me guess, we can't move it now. Okay. Oh, good, good, good. Why does the game have such a problem with loading in the machine guns in this vehicle? I don't get it. Is it a problem exclusive to this vehicle, or is it a problem with all of the armored APCs? We'll find out. Come on. Alright, let's get out of here. Really, dude? Oh, you're lucky I don't grab a different. Come on. Why? What a dick. He's a dick. Alright, let's go. Honestly, when he was hurling all those explosive charges, number one, he can't hit the broadside of a barn with a grenade, which is pathetic. But number two, like, why? Like, I get that that's a mobile spawn and everything, but you... Welcome to hell, dude. I hope that that's not over the berm. It's over the berm. Okay. We're gonna move up. Hey, guys. HE. It. Effective. Come on. Ah, you gotta love teams who don't support their tanks.
Artillery! Fire at the square! They grazed me! You want to die? Let me show you! Yes, that's it!
I didn't kill him, so... Oh, nope, he died. Okay, good.
We need artillery support!
Oh, come on. Oh, I was hoping he didn't notice.
Calling in artillery!
Copy. Confirming fire.
Oh, come on. No, you don't. Lay down. Oh, jeez, Artie. Oh, hi. Luckily, I still have this. Let's just drive this straight into the water. Let's go! We will take this tank home! Call it a tank, but it's more of a tractor. That's actually not a jab at it either. That's kind of what these were meant to be. They're amphibious tractors. They're meant to get supplies and men onto the beach in very little else. Whee! Hi there! Knock, knock! Oh, he's going to... Yeah. Thank you, Flame Trooper. Alright, let's go. I need a bar. Bar. Oh. We're all still alive. Back to the Amtrak. Having fun there, bro? Come on, fellas, mount up. Move up with the Amtrak. I think we're just gonna throw this in the lake and then abandon it again. Because there's something mildly satisfying about a boat tank being in, well, water. Go on. Deeper, deeper, further away. Swim! Perfect. Everyone out. Oh, they can easily kill it, but now it's silly. Alright, so we're gonna leverage things I don't see players leveraging that often. Starting with machine gun, do machine gun things, which goes... let's swap out mags. Hey guys. Have a bar. I brought the drinks, guys. Ow. Why would you shoot the guy with the bar? No! Too many tanks on the field. Alright, we can burn them out. I wish my team was better about getting their other ones set up, because, yeah, that Amtrak's not going to last long. Why am I calling it that? I've heard it called that once upon a time. Heard them called Amtraks. And I may actually be talking about a different vehicle entirely. No, it makes sense. They're amphibious tracked vehicles. Now, granted, when I hear the word Amtrak, I don't think about tanks, I think about trains. That's wrong. I'm gonna die. Get me in, get me in, get me in, get me in. Holy crap, are we making a lot of money off of that Amtrak right now? And yes, I'm going to keep using that, even though I just said that's probably wrong. Die. You took one of my BARs! You bitch! Alright. Now that the bitch is dead. Oh, hi there. I was hoping I could get the BS machine gun fire off. Oh, 105 power. So this thing has a 105 HE shell, which pretty much means that if you land it in a room, the room dies. Most of the time. There's a lot of caveats with that. But it does happen. It happens 30% of the time, 100% of the time. Ta-da! Now that everyone's aware that the deadly thing is on the field. Well, that's two more. And we still have our machine gun, so we can hit that guy. Oh, there's another guy over there. There must be a squad back there. There's a guy on us. And he's one of those frickin' spammers. Come on. Turn, 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 turn. I need a building. Or that. That works too. But I still need a building. Figured. Come on. Hit J. Dick. Dude, that dude must be using a frickin' grenade pouch. How many people actually use grenade pouches in this game? And why are you using it on me, of all things? Oh, there's a tank right there. Hi. I missed. Oh, we're still alive. We're still alive. Just put out that fire, keep shooting. I don't think I was even the most deadly player. I know I do well, but yeah, I wasn't. Must be that whole thing of tank is scary, so therefore we must kill tank, and it's like, depends on the positioning. I wasn't being particularly aggressive. Then again, I did kill 7 dudes with that first HE shell. That was dumb. Grenades and bolt actions. To solve the bolt actions, that should be as easy as just playing as literally anyone else. Yeah, playing as literally anyone else. Because everyone else still is using bolt actions of some kind. I really want to grind Germany. For 2 reasons. This guy? I think it's this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. I want an excuse to get this stupid thing. I mean, I might as well show it since it's available. But, I guess we'll kind of go over this. Don't get me wrong. I think Germany and Japan are pretty overhyped in terms of adversaries during World War II. Because, and it's important to justify this when you make a claim like that. In terms of fighting the US was already going to win. Mainly because they could just outbuild both of them. So as long as the US never lost staging ground, so pretty much as long as, you know. Actually, even then. Nah, I'm being way too general in my statement. Pretty much, between the US, Russia, and Britain, and France to a minor extent. There you go, France. I'm giving you your 2% World War II credit. Germany just didn't have a chance to win. Japan is in a very similar boat where, quite literally, Japan's biggest mistake during World War II was getting the US involved. Now, as for this thing, if you're wondering why it has US markings on this clearly German tank, well, sort of. If you're wondering why it has US markings, this was essentially a disguise kit, one that was actually made to try and disguise a Panther as an M10 tank destroyer. There's one in the training field. We'll drive over to it so that we can take some notes. But so the idea of this is that was going to be, oh, right there it is. The idea of this was that Germany was getting ready to commit war crimes. I don't know if it was technically a war crime. No, I think it always was. You're not... As a general rule in warfare, you're not supposed to disguise yourself as the enemy. And that's exactly the concept that this Panther's going on. I am not Panther. I am M10 Tank Destroyer. Why is my voice German? No, I am New Mexican. Yeah, New Mexican has weird German accent thing. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Right? That's how that works. And as you're about to see in our side-by-side comparison, these things aren't freaking close. It's one of those things that at a glance you might have someone fooled, but anyone who knows what a frickin' M10 is will know for sure that these two tanks are not the same. So one of the things they have modeled in this one is that it still has its whole machine gun with this plate that you can put over it. As you can immediately see, the M10 is definitely tall, but it's not Panther tall. The other thing you'll immediately notice is M10 has this like nice like angled top. It's meant to give it a bit more armor without like adding more armor. As you can also see, it's open top with a 50 cal in the center of it. Most of them had the 50 cal in the center. Basically, you could like stand on the top right back here and man the machine gun. In theory, this machine gun's more for like anti-air rolls, but like whatever. You know, this is an M10. That's a Panther. That M10 short gun. Panther, long gun with a muzzle brake. You like muzzle brakes? Let me show you the closest thing to having a muzzle brake like that with the Yanks. It's this thing. It's a Hell Kitty. And even that is a lot shorter. You could make an argument for the Pershing, but Pershing really didn't see action en masse during World War II. And for very good reason. The less said about Pershing, the better. But we'll talk about it anyway since I brought it up. Pershing's kind of a rough story in terms of World War II. Like, oh, they're there. So you have the regular Pershing and the Super. Pershing was supposed to be a big, like, innovation in tank technology. And, I mean, the thinking behind it made sense. It made sense, and it does work. Like, M60 and the patents that came later all handled its general concept far better. Yeah. Yeah. Not Pershing, though. Pershing... I would argue that Pershing is a consequence of trying to get new thing out into the field in a timely manner so that we can win war. And it ran into the same problems as Tiger, Panther, and pretty much everything else rushed out onto the battlefield. As France would find out when they built their own Pershing, not Pershing, Panthers. This thing really is. We will convert our Panther into M10s. Because we don't have enough enemy Shermans and M10s to blend in well. So we'll just take a Panther, we'll weld on all these extra bits, which I wonder if they count as spaced armor. If they do, this might actually be the most powerful Panther in the game, considering it has spaced armor over the complete front end, so your anti-tank rockets wouldn't work that well unless you specifically hit that spot. And then the turrets are very well protected, so you'd either have to hit the top, so you'd have to have elevation, or the vehicle would have to be facing down, or the top of the hull here, which once again comes with all the same issues. Pershing. Pershing. Yeah, big reason why Pershing was a failure, it was a maintenance nightmare. That's, I think that's about as far as I need to go with that explanation. It's, Pershing, in terms of its maintenance, was just an absolute pill, which is why arguably it was a failure. Because, yes, 90mm good. Not all Pershings had 90mm. So, sad. The Super Pershing was arguably more successful, but didn't do anything to alleviate Pershing's maintenance issues. As a matter of fact, it made many of them worse because you just added a shit ton of extra weight, which, although this shit ton of extra weight makes it to where the vehicle is now actually impervious to 88, or at least from what I understood, it actually just made it tough enough to where it could definitely tank him and covered most of its weak spots. It didn't do anything to solve the drivetrain issues. Because if you know anything about how this vehicle was developed, they did armor testing on that and demonstrated its weaknesses. So they cut the main hull off of regular Panthers and then welded them together onto this. Which, in fairness, in this game is really good, considering that spaced armor, from what I can tell, is the only way to consistently defeat missiles. Or should I say rockets in this game. How is that how it actually works in real life? Not really. It's a bit more complicated than that, but toaster. And that's about as much of an explanation I'm going to give on that. But yeah, I want an excuse to buy this in game because although I just spent a bunch of time ripping on it for being a very, like, this is equivalent to Mom, can we get M10? We have M10 at home, darling. M10 at home. Now, arguably, this is superior to M10 because, well, it's a Panther, so it actually has armor. And it comes with the Panther 70 long barrel 75, which is, Panthers are really nice tanks in terms of what they're actually outfitted with and what their stat blocks look like. Unfortunately, there's quite a few features that they're missing, which easily makes something like Sherman superior to it in many other regards. The Panther looks great on paper. And then there are a bunch of little annoyances, like why the flip doesn't the driver... Well, not the driver. Why the flip doesn't the gunner have a unity set? On the actual, inside of these tanks, they went through the effort of giving a really fancy ring in the regular Panther cupola, which will tell you how far off. It will tell you exactly where the turret is facing relative to the hull, so that the commander can reliably give commands to the entire crew. Very complicated system that, to quote Todd Howard, it just works. As long as the German space magic is around. That part's not him, but, tomato. But Panther's such a complicated vehicle. And then you compare it to M10, which is... How do I explain this in a word, what M10 and Hellcat is? Anti-tank guns, the wheeled ones, this is that for the Americans. No, I'm not kidding. This is literally that. That's the point of tank destroyers. That's the way the U.S. used them. The idea was that why use towed artillery or towed AT guns when we could just build AT tanks? That's what Tank Destroyer Branch was all about, was to essentially create a series of mobile defensive anti-tank guns. And I mean, M10 fits that pretty nicely, considering it's designed to have this like modular armor system. That's actually what all these little nuts are about, is that you could put on modular armor plates to make the entire vehicle tougher. How often did they use that? Not really. At all. But hey, it's the thought that counts. Versus Hellcat, which is a lot closer to what they actually intended, because this is literally meant to be the equivalent of a towed anti-tank gun with a big old engine in the back so that it can move. So what you do is you find yourself a nice bush, you hide in there, you blow up. Might as well give a live demonstration. You blow up. Come on, turn. You blow up the bad guy tank. You blow up the bad guy tank. Oh my gosh. Why? You blow up the bad guy tank. I know I'm blowing up the M10, but whatever. And then you run away. Or you mess up your shot, you run away. See, it's a great plan. Succeeds most of the time. It actually succeeded more often than not. You know. Yeah, Hell Kitty. I love this thing. But, like, why? Why did we need towed anti-tank gun but in tank? And you'll note the US didn't necessarily get rid of their towed anti-tank guns in favor of these things. They just used these things in addition to them. Which had pretty comical results for these things. I found out the hard way that you can pretend to be American, but you're not outbuilding them. That's ultimately the reason why Germany and Japan failed. Oh, hey, you want to take on America? That's neat. Here, let me just throw more crap at you until you eventually die. You want to know why we unlocked the flavor of the sun on Japan? It's because they refused to give up when we were being reasonable. We successfully took all of their extended holdings. We showed up to their island, and they're like, oh, hey, let's just train everyone to stab Americans when they come ashore. You want to know why we unlocked the flavor of the sun? It's because they would have cost us millions, and we would have cost them just as much, if not more so, because there would, once you get past the official Japanese military, or, you know, the whatever section of the Imperial Army is actually fighting you, you'd get to a town, and unlike in Europe where the towns and the civilians are like, oh, hey, look, we're changing flags now. It's, oh, hey, let's stab the brutal Western oppressors because they're evil. Because that's what the government said. Because governments are never evil. Ask anyone who grew up in Russia. I'm sure they'll tell you all about how innocent their country was. China, too. Shit. This map. They need to be ground up. They need to be... Ooh, let's get this onto the field. But yeah, so in terms of the vehicle, in terms of the... Ah, jeez. Why did you... Okay. Does that mean this is a BR1 match? BR1 and 2 match, because that's good for me. Oh my gosh, dude. You're using a mobile rally. Your goal should be to get it to the front as fast as freaking possible. Drive your truck. Oh. Oh man, I'm about to go on such a rant about this because it's so dumb. in my opinion. So, half tracks. I have a love-hate relationship because I love the concept and I love like the look of it and all that. But after I learned all the things about it, it's like, oh, that's dumb. Half tracks. There's a reason why everyone more or less stopped using them, and it's because they're just stupid. They're not good. They're really not. They're not good at all. To clarify what I mean by that, hi, I need bolt action rifle kills. I also need grenade kills. Oh, hi. Ah, you swine. So half tracks. Like I said, I kind of love them in the sense of like, oh, it's a neat idea. You can get across country faster while doing literally nothing to earn it. The cruel reality is that of half tracking is that in terms of why they did it, it ultimately boils down to it's easier to train somebody to drive a normal car, especially in an era where not necessarily everyone would have one, especially when you're coming out of the Great Depression and all that. So, like, not everyone knows how to operate car as it is, and we especially don't want to take the time out of our day carefully train everyone how to operate tank. So instead of training everyone how to operate tank and to do tracked vehicle things, let's instead make this special vehicle which has the off-road capabilities of a tank but is as easy to drive as a truck. And to some extent, they were right. They succeeded. To another extent, they were wrong. I'll say right now, the M3 half-track made quite a bit of sense in the way it was designed. It actually had some really advanced features on it. Like, one of the things I didn't know for the longest time and wish I had known sooner, the damn thing has a rubber track on it. So it's actually really stinking quiet. Like, it is a very quiet vehicle because of that rubber track. It's also a problem for people who own them, since, well, because it's a rubber track, you essentially have to get somebody to custom make it for you. Which, you know, that's sad, but like, you know, that's neat and all. Yeah. The other nice thing about the M3 half track is that it's actually pretty easy to produce. As a matter of fact, you can essentially do the equivalent thing with a normal car, since it just uses the steering mechanism of a normal car, and then it pairs it with the slightly more crazy it pairs it with the you know the tracks of a Tonko. So, like, you know, it's not bad. It's actually pretty neat. Then you get into German half tracks. Now, some of them worked like M3 did, just with metal tracks instead of not metal tracks, because yeah, that honestly makes sense. You know, just run metal tracks instead of rubber ones. Sure, they're louder, but it's offset by the fact that, ooh, let's drop artillery there. Sure it makes the vehicle louder, but hey, like, you in terms of for collectors, they're at least easier to replace, because now all that you need is a milling machine and maybe a welder to replace your tracks. You no longer need a special rubber track making machine. So, you know, like, they're nice. In terms of, like, repairing them during wartime, it doesn't really help you on that front, since, well, back when the M3s were being mass-produced, it wasn't a problem. because, well, you know, they're being mass produced. Like, are you? Hi, snub gun. Please stay up front. I can appreciate you for that. But yeah, so like, you know, they had metal tracks and all that. And then there are the other ones, which is actually the type that I was just using. Why simplify the drivetrain and all that stuff? Man, we actually got a really defensively oriented German team. This is nice. So why make half track simply when we can make half track like tank? So the half track I was literally just driving is within that philosophy. And what do I mean when I say make half track like tank? I mean, let's actually introduce a full-blown tank steering system into the vehicle. I do not know the full details of which. I just know that when I learned that and learned how, like, the number one advantage of that is that it allows your half track to drive like a tank. The big disadvantage of that is that means that now, in order to build my half track, I have to put just as much time and effort into it as I would to make a normal. So at that point, what's the point? Let's do something for our team. Some supplies. Oh. Is that refill? No. Intriguing. Alright, well, at least I can be full of ammo. And alone. Yeah, so like I said, the problem with what the Germans were doing with good chunk of their half tracks, like, I'm not talking this was like a 1 or 2 issue. This is like the vast majority of their half tracks were set up this way. Is that, oh hey, instead of making our half tracks easy to build, let's instead make our half tracks ultra complicated and an absolute pain in the butt to maintain. You actually helped me there, dude. Thank you. Is that me again? Yeah, that's me. So, you got 3 spawns here, 2 of which are mine. Excellent. Did you just say excellent? I said excellent. No. Excellent. Alright, thank you for listening to my angry TED Talk on half tracks. I'll be here all week. Let's go. I have no idea how this weapon is supposed to be. Meter. Zero it. Now move up into the bodies of Tonkos so that we can proceed to eliminate it. Oh. That's rude. There's also a thing there. Alright. Hi, I have a subgun. It wants a cookie. That's a plane. That's a tank. Charge! Charge! What are you doing, dude? You don't want him retreating yet. Now he can retreat. After he explodes. Oh, it's right over that. Oh, where is it? Did I hit it? I'd have to go back and look. I will gladly take that. We died there because I was being too aggressive. What shame. Alright, people seem to be loving my frickin' rally. No, they don't. Why are they all...
Ci serve l'assistenza dell'artiglieria!
Oh, somebody's already artillerying. That works out nicely too. How are you? I don't get why this doesn't do more damage. But then again, it's almost like the frickin' BAR. The BARs and M1 Grands. They're firing frickin' 30-06. Like, actually, probably the one that annoys me the most is like, yes, 30-06 should be just outright killing people because that's a round that's just frickin' huge, man. You're talking Italian. Oh, plane. Hi. Yes, the machine gun still reigns supreme. Evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. This is probably one of my favorite discoveries. So if you're the radio operator, you actually have to like kneel down and call in. Versus if you are literally anyone else in the squad, the radio operator does that and you don't. Oh, come on. Why does this have such a small mag? And why is round deviation? Hi. Do 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 do. Aww. Oh well. Ah! I'm here to bayonet you. You specifically, sir. Because I have a lot of pent-up rage and aggression, and currently it's focused at you. Ah! Whoa, that's a big explosion. It's sad I won't get to use my Panzer III. Well, I think we have our, we have those kills. Let's go for these. How are you? Yes, I have a bolt action rifle. No, you can't. Ow. Alright, maybe you can. No, we have too many tanks! Oh, we did a thing. Alright, let's figure out this points thing. Was it just the one mobile rally that completely outshined mine? Best infantry squad. Fascinating. Oh, we did take second. Yeah, so combination of kills and rally. Okay. Fair enough. We were playing a little bit like dipshits that match, so. Good on you. Good on you, Death Lord YOLO. YOLO. Yeah, I think it's YOLO. Uh. Neat. Do I care? No. Probably not. We're going for that. Actually, we probably shouldn't. It does have higher damage, but in truth, I want this. Because that's a semi-rifle, and semi-rifles are very powerful in this game. Oh, you have 8 tokens. We want AT. Definitely want my machine gunners to have backpack. Ooh, we're out of tokens. Hmm. We're gonna want engineer. Machine gun. Decisions. Oh. You're out of tokens. Put this over here. Ooh, Oh, but we can pick up. Ooh. I don't like that. Got 4 tokens. So this is our only chance to pick up a radio operator. Or do we value a machine gunner? I value the machine gunner more. Because the radio operator can get jammed up if there's other people using their radio operators like nuts. We're doing that because of that 2 cents of logic. Alright. And just leaves you. I'll throw 1 token and then save it so that we can grab... I think we grab you, AT. Ooh. Or do we grab Engineer Radio? Engineer Medic? Engineer Medic is always a good combo. The Wombo combo. But not all engineers get that. Hard decisions. Decision hard. You, Carcano man. You're getting tossed. Welcome to the pile. Oh. Second, first engineer. What about second engineer? That's pretty freaking important. Let's get second engineer and toss the other dude. Because who needs riflemen? I know I don't. You can have new gun for no reason. Hitting power. Ooh, 20. Oh. It literally gets beat by everything else. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, I is back. I is back, and I is here to suffer. Um, Pre-war car 98. Pre-war car 98. That's gonna take precedence. You get pistol. You get backpack. Was Italy in? Oh no! I just realized. Oh no! Large backpacks for everyone! Hooray! He's an engineer, which means I want him to make things explode. And once again, he's an engineer. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Let me get the hell out of here. Let's purchase another to have on hand. See, this gun doesn't make me excited, but this one does. Oh. That's BR4. Why is that BR5? The MG15 is BR5. 100-round belt. But why is just running around with plain old belts better than running around with mag? These guns should literally be the same. Oh, it's because they're saying it's the 50-round one. Even though I think they did make a bigger No? No, I think they were 50 round. Okay, I'll give that to you, game. Not like there's any actual difference between the two, but whatever. And then this is literally just a licensed BAR. I forgot to give him his thing. We'll give him pistol. I like having backup weapon. Why didn't I just give him like I... Definitely the most useful under most circumstances. We'll give him a frag. We'll be War car 90. So they have officially kicked out all of their riflemen, which is good. Riflemen are okay, but not the best. Let's list. This is gonna be pretty expensive to get this guy equipped because he's an anti-tanker, and anti-tankers need their giant anti-tank guns. Oh, and I stockpiled special ones. Sweet. Sweet. You can have this. Enjoy. And you get that. Large backpack. Grenade. Large backpack. Explosive charges. Grenades. More medikits. And because it's a large backpack, I personally believe in giving them repair kits because, as it turns out, healing friendly vehicles is actually pretty rewarding. It's a shame that you don't get that many opportunities, so it's nice to have these across the board. How equipping your infantry quickly drains all your funds. Wait, who did I just research backpacks? If not my machine gunners. Nope. Nope. We're not doing you right now. Nope. Crap. I think we're gonna wrap up here for tonight. Because as it turns out, we have no money. I need more bolt action kills too. Alright, well, anyways, see you later, guys. I'm gonna fix all my problems off stream.